What's up, guys? Steel Frodo here, and my god, we are back. We are back with another episode of Fire Force, and it was worth the wait. This was a really good episode, and it had some incredible animation. It had some pretty big story points, and it was just good. Let's just get started with it. So we don't have the new opening yet. I'm assuming that's going to start with episode 13. But yeah, this is still the original opening, and this is still the original ending, but there's so much going on new in this episode. So directly after what we saw in the last episode, where we had obviously an Infernal needing to be put down, and it was actually a very touching moment with seeing how Waka deals with these characters and how he deals with the Infernals. In this episode, we get to see how he deals with the aftermath. So, as I guess their tradition, they have quite literally a festival to send off whoever perished as an Infernal. And he even says that if he destroyed somebody's house during the fight, they can stay at the guard tower or at the guardhouse. And it's really interesting because he cares. He cares a lot. And while he does seemingly have some doubts about his leadership ability, he's a very strong personality. He's a very powerful person, and he's good at heart, which I love when there's characters like that. But of course, with the destruction, they have to rebuild, and I like the mentality they have of people dying can't be rebuilt, houses can always be rebuilt. So we get into the rebuilding, and while they're there, Company 8 is there. While Company 8 is there, we have them assisting with the rebuild, and it's interesting because we get to see each of them use their special and unique abilities, except for, of course, Tamaki. But anyway, yeah, they each demonstrate their abilities. We have Captain Obi with his strength, we have Shinra flying up with wood, we have Maki lifting something, still best girl by the way, we have Hinoa shooting the nail gun, and we have Arthur welding, and we have Tamaki stripping. Alright, but with all this stuff happening, the White Clad are still there. They are actually in the city, and they're plotting to destroy the rest of Fire Company, well, destroy all of Fire Company 8. And we discover what their plan, what their method is towards the end of the episode. Now, right after the opening, we actually learn a lot more about Waka's lieutenant, and the fact that he actually is suffering from, I forget what they called it, but he used his pyrokinetic abilities past when he overheated, and apparently that causes your flesh to begin to turn to ash. And so there's a lot of things that they're trying to do, like cooling pads and wrapping him in all the bandages, to keep him, I guess, from turning to ash or from suffering or whatever. But we see why he sort of looks the way he looks, and we now see why he's just covered in bandages is because of that. And, of course, Shinra notices this because he's trying to entertain the two little girls, and they come barging in mid-treatment of this, and yeah, he puts two and two together and takes them out of the room. And we learn more about that condition afterwards when Shinra asks Waka about it. But before that happens, we actually have Waka and his first lieutenant talking, and we see that, of course, Waka doesn't think he's a good leader, and he doesn't listen no matter who tells him, and apparently they've said this many times before, but he's a good leader, and he's a strong personality. It's all the stuff I said earlier, but, of course, his lieutenant's telling him this time. Then something happens that is very, very bad, and this is where we see what the plan is for the White Clad to kill the Fire Company 8 captain and presumably everybody in Fire Company 8. So while Waka is heading towards the festival or the ceremony or whatever they're doing, I guess just chilling, while he's walking towards that, he sees and overhears Obi and Hinoa talking about turning everybody infernal. And I was actually confused by this myself initially, but apparently they have duplicates or doubles. They look the same, and they are some of the members of the White Clad who are trying to kill Company 8. And they use this as an opportunity to spark, no pun intended, Waka into attacking Fire Company 8. And man, oh man, Waka is strong. Like, we knew that he was the most powerful member of the Fire Force in general, but holy crap. Like, so he goes and makes a giant fireball. Well, he's trying to attack them with a bunch of stuff. He makes a giant fireball, and Maki presumably puts it out because, of course, she's kind of a good shield for that. She puts fires out. She can bat them away. But in this instance, she puts it out, and he reignites it as an explosion behind her. And even when she goes to physically attack him, he can still outmaneuver her and just plays with them. He even plays with Hinowa and his firearms abilities. He freezes the bullets in midair. He's, Hinowa's trying to figure out how strong he is and whether he can handle both his pyrokinetic abilities at once or if he can only do them independently. And Waka makes light work of pretty much everybody. He throws Maki and Shinra into a river, so presumably once you get wet as a pyrokinetic, I guess you can't really fight anymore. I don't know. He kicks Tamaki up against a tree. He holds Arthur in front of Hinowa's bullets. And he uses some sort of fire slash to finish off Arthur and to put quite a hurt on Hinowa. But once that's done, we get to see Captain v. Captain. We've got Obi versus Waka, and it is incredible to see. And apparently, Waka didn't know that Obi was not powered. He didn't know that Obi didn't have any powers. So it came as a surprise when Obi's doing all of this stuff. He's fighting him. He's coming straight after him with no hesitation. And he has no ability to put the fire out or anything. But man, Obi uses everything that he has to just lay into Waka. And he actually lands a hit. He actually manages to headbutt him. And cool, I tell you what, this is just amazing to see because we knew Obi was strong, and this just kind of takes it up to another level. Waka even says it's kind of like Obi doesn't even know how to flinch, and Obi says he can't afford to flinch because he's a captain of a fire company and he has no fire abilities, but he's carrying all the weight of Fire Company 8 on his shoulders, which I have a whole new level of respect for this character. But once Waka's about to drop the most powerful attack he has, his lieutenant steps in, stops him, and, well, we are kind of at a point now where it's more of trust but verify with Fire Company 8. Because we know, as the viewer, that there is something else going on in the background that makes... It's weird, because there's apparently duplicates of Obi and of Hinowa, or somebody who can duplicate looks. I'm not exactly sure. But Waka doesn't trust them, and they have no idea the Fire Company 8 has no idea what's going on. They said they were at the shop when all of this stuff happened, which is kind of why Waka is saying he saw them, but they don't remember seeing it or saying anything. So at this point, we're kind of left in this predicament of they can't leave, because otherwise, if they leave, it's going to get real. And they have to stay and verify. And they were right at the point where this fire company was going to help Fire Company 8 with their investigation. And now they have to rebuild all of that again because of this meddling that's been happening. And then right at the end of the episode, we get a hint and what will presumably lead into the next episode and how all of this stuff went down with the lieutenant getting all of these, not burns, but his skin turned to ash. Why Waka, I guess, trained to become so strong was because of the fact that this happened and he can't, I guess, let this go. So I guess maybe this is why he became so strong, was because of this scenario. But they come across an infernal, and it's the infernal that looks exactly like the infernal that Shinra remembers seeing. And we even see in a brief kind of glimpse that it looks like his core was already blown out and he was still moving. So I'm really genuinely curious to see if we learn more about this demon thing. Overall, though, this episode was absolutely worth the wait, getting to see a character who can harness second and third gen pyrokinetics, seeing a fight between several very powerful pyrokinetics and him. That was also really cool. And, of course, leading into a potential reveal or at least a bit more information about this overarching demon creature that we've been hinted at several times throughout the season. All of that is really cool, and I'm excited because I think next episode is going to give us the new opening, I hope. But I guess time will tell, and we'll see. Apart from that, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this episode breakdown and review. I love making these, and I hope you guys enjoy watching these. And apart from that, if you guys have any questions or any requests or have any comments of things I missed, leave them in the comments section down below, right below the like button. Don't forget to like, make sure to subscribe, all that fun stuff. And yeah, otherwise, I'll see you all in the very next episode. Make sure to be there and have a good one. Hey guys, just hopping in at the end here. Thanks for watching through the whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. I do still have merch. I've actually had it for quite a while, but not a lot of people know about it or care. And so if you guys want to support me or check it out just because it looks cool, go to the link in the description. You can see some of the designs I have, like the Steel Frodo in Steins Gate design, or even the Mob Psycho 100 design, and maybe even buy one if you like it, or don't. I cried myself to sleep at night anyway. So either way, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one.